Good morning and welcome back to Quest for You. Next week is Christmas already. I haven't even thought about it much. Things have been busy around here. My few friends and my mom, they're scattered around the globe, so there was never much to worry about when it came to gifts. But this year, I have more people in my life. I have started a list that is sitting right here next to me with their names, and it keeps growing. So I better get in gear and start moving. But not before I talk to you about habits. I realize the Christmas season is probably the least convenient time to talk about habits. That's when most of our routines get sidelined because of travel, different foods, and different people around us. I shared my snacking challenge with you last week, and let me report to you that it has been going well. I told you that the biggest problem are the snacks at my work. Well, I haven't touched them until yesterday. What was different yesterday? I walked by the kitchen area at a time when there were several people there, and I got into a conversation. They were all snacking and raving about the new chocolate-covered sea salt almonds and literally started to serve me a few pieces. I could have said no, but I wasn't strong enough. I have a weakness for chocolate and almonds, and both of them combined, I don't even want to start. There were too many people around, there was too much encouragement, I didn't feel like battling, and it's all right. My other snack was when I went out to our warehouse, and this was because it was a different environment, different snacks. Habits are easier to establish when things around us are the same. For the longest time, I found it so hard to resist the snacks at work until I finally committed to exerting some effort. I just always gave in. I didn't even try to resist them. I knew they were there, and I sometimes even planned them into my day. Oh, after lunch, I will go get some snacks. And now, for 2 weeks, it wasn't so hard after all. I actually started to forget about them. So as we're starting to talk about establishing good habits, setting goals, and planning New Year's resolutions, keep this in mind for now. Habits are best established in a consistent environment. Snacking was my main problem Monday through Friday at work, and that is exactly where I tackled it. With that said, don't try to start anything difficult during the holidays, knowing that your schedule will be totally different. Because habits require dedication. They require you to do the same thing over and over again. And this is best accomplished when our environment cooperates. If you listen to episode 355, where I shared a blog post by Seth Godin with you titled Crash Diets Don't Work, then you already know the foundation of habits. I'll reread what he said. If you want to get in shape, don't sign up for fancy diet this or cross that the other thing. No, the way to get in shape is to get to the gym every single day, change your clothes, and take a shower. If you can do that every single day for a month, pretty soon you'll start doing something while you're there. Habit forming starts with small steps, repeated consistently day after day. Bring the image of a toddler into mind who's learning to walk. They fall all day long, and they get back up all day long. Every time they get up, they try to stay up a little longer, holding on to things around them, gaining balance and strength, and slowly, that is exactly what happens. When you first started to brush your teeth, you had to be reminded by your parents every day. And maybe the morning brushing came easier as it was part of an overall cleaning ritual. But the evening, when you're still in play mode and having fun, and suddenly someone announces that it's bedtime, it was probably harder to remember. How often do you forget to brush your teeth today? Sometimes I do forget, but as soon as I lay down in bed, I immediately remember. I don't think I've ever gone to bed not remembering to brush my teeth. Whether or not I got up to do it is a different story. Habits are about ingraining an activity into our life to such a degree that it becomes part of us. Brushing teeth is part of me. I can't easily separate it from my life. So is exercise. I shared the life-changing impact exercise has on my life with you earlier this week. And I did that for a reason. Exercise and nutrition make for the best example to illustrate the concept of habits, because it's on most people's list of to-dos. According to a YouGov poll that was conducted between December 8th and 11th, 2017 via email, health was on the top of the list. Eating healthier and getting more exercise were the top 2 aspirations for people in 2018, followed by saving more money. If you missed the episode on exercise, I encourage you to re-listen. Exercising is a top goal for a reason. I gave you mine, but people increasingly are coming to the awareness that exercise is more about than just being healthy and losing some weight. Exercise is movement, and we are meant to move. It's part of who we are, while sitting all day is not. And I think people are beginning to notice the benefits of exercise. And you can see, as the market responds, exercise is becoming more of a lifestyle than an activity for outsiders. Gyms used to be only on the outskirts of town. Now they are everywhere, often right downtown, surrounded by restaurants. It's common to see people in workout clothes walking around shopping and running errands, even on planes. Exercise is not an activity anymore only few people engage in. Many people these days have found some form of movement that they enjoy and that they share with pride, like the love for cycling or yoga. Exercise is not an obstacle anymore. For those who cannot motivate themselves to go running outside, there are home workout videos, online trainers, and a gym not too far away. I think exercise is the best way to get started on when building habits, mainly because it is so flexible. You can run 5 miles every morning, or you can take a 10-minute walk around the block. You can make exercise as easy or as hard as you want it to be. And some people do start hardcore. They decide to start working out, they hit the gym, and they keep going. But for most others, it's a bit harder. They need to take smaller steps. So small that they may not even involve any exercising at all initially, as Seth proposes. Dieting, on the other hand, is much harder. I shared a little bit about my restrictive diet with you over the last few episodes, mainly to illustrate points, not to encourage you to get equally crazy. If your goals revolve around health, my suggestion is what I shared already. Start by exercising. It's easier. Just get up and walk around, and there is movement. Do it every hour for 5 minutes, and there comes consistency. I realize that many people jump to crash diets because they look for immediate results. Exercise, unfortunately, doesn't bring those immediate results. Crash diets do. But ask yourself, which lasts longer? I haven't done any crash diets, but I have fasted 2 times for 5 days and lost between 6 to 8 pounds during that time. And it came back in less time than that. We want results, I get it, but we don't want to work for them, at least not long enough. Seth explains why crash diets don't work. The reason they don't work is that they don't change habits. And habits are where our lives and careers and bodies are made. The degree to which we succeed with change in our life is dependent on our ability to build solid habits. The diet you choose doesn't matter if you can't stick to it. The exercise you enjoy is not effective if you don't perform it regularly. The changes so many people seek around New Year's in areas of health, fitness, finances, and relationships are all not solved with quick fixes. And that is why so many of us fail with our New Year's resolutions. If something isn't working, even after we tried many times, if it's important because it would make us happier and more fulfilled, then we need to begin thinking about habits. We need to make the change part of us, just like driving a car or brushing our teeth. I encourage you, over the next few days as you're enjoying the holidays, to think about what changes you would like to make. Are they one of the top 2 most people want? And then think about how much those changes would require. More than just a quick solution, but a completely different way of going about your day. Lack of exercise is a habit. Eating unhealthy is a habit. Living beyond your means is a habit. The only way to change an existing habit is by exchanging it for a different one. And that is what I will talk about tomorrow. Hope to see you then. Much love.